Welcome back, listeners, to Welcome to Pratchetville. Unfortunately, this will be the last episode of this series, but we have a follow-up series following Tyrell as he heads to Old Detroit. That's also in Absurdia, called What Dwells Underneath Old Detroit. Our promo for this episode is Kitten Marlowe, a fellow podcast in the Queer Actual Play Guild. We hope you enjoy this clip. We hope you enjoy the episode, and we're really hoping you enjoy what comes after this series.
They say that the sun never sets on Queen Victoria's empire, but the same isn't true of the city at its heart. As night falls over London, murderers, monsters, and much worse stalk its cobblestone streets. When Scotland Yard fails to protect the innocent, the residents of Hargrave House step in. A cursed American on the run from his past.
People die every day here, Douglas.
A free-spirited Selkie torn between land and sea.
I cannot say that I have made the right choices.
An immortal beauty hiding a twisted reflection.
What a marvel to be aging in reverse.
And a troubled sorcerer stalked by dark entities.
For me, night holds no comfort nor terror.
Can these extraordinary individuals save the Sceptered Isle, or will they succumb to their own darkness and become little more than the monsters they once hunted? Join us as Kitten Marlowe presents Shadows in the Smoke, a gothic horror actual play series, available at Kitten Marlowe wherever you listen to podcasts.
If you enjoyed our shows, you should also be checking out the network we're a part of, the Fun Installers Network, whose promo will be playing next, and then we'll be on to the show.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. On the frontier of the internet is a new website being constructed called FuninstallersNetwork.com, where they install fun directly into your brain, where they do collaborations with other creators, such as video game reviews, podcast episodes, art galleries, and they even do little game master tips for you who like tabletop role-playing games. So make sure to go over to FuninstallersNetwork.com and tell them that this really cool radio guy sent ya. Now back to your regularly scheduled program, whatever it may be.
Okay, that's great. We're doing great. Fun fact for you, I have the move Revenant, which is you no longer die when you mark your last harm box. You continue to take action as normal for the remainder of the scene, and additional harm has no effect. At the end of the scene, clear all your harm boxes and take a fracture. So I just fracture when I get hurt too bad.
Oh my god.
Regardless of where my essence track is.
And you get one more question, and then we'll go to the Zeitgeist, because he's got his attention on you, so he's not looking at the person with the shotgun.
Okay, sorry, I just had to put I got hit by a trailer with a frowny face in my notes. The frowny face is pivotal to the note-taking. Okay, I'd like my other question to be... I think I'm actually going to ask what's... Because you thought this was kind of about him, right?
Yeah, I would say it's about him.
Okay, then I am going to ask again what here is not what it appears to be.
I think if you see this seeping into him, you realize, I think you kind of realize that he's still just ink right now. You can kill him over and over again or destroy his body, but that's not what you need to do in this instance. You're on the right path. You're on the right path of you need to destroy him, but you're treating him. You're doing it the wrong way.
Okay. Like me personally trying to hit him with ink, or like us in general trying to attack his physical form?
Yes, I think that's what you pick up on, that it's not his physical form that's vulnerable.
Oh, right, because you said that I had hit his essence when I attacked him with the goop.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like when you're hurting his essence, Yeah, you personally have hurt his essence, and when you hit him and you hit him and doing damage to his essence, that seems to actually be affecting him. It's making him lash out, which suggests
Vulnerability.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just kind of shout to everyone like, hey guys, maybe if you could fuck with his head or something. He doesn't seem to have much of a body. Kind of like me.
Oh shit, that's right, because Hazel's still like a weasel. Damn it, never mind.
Well, no, you can still talk. You're like a cartoon weasel.
Okay. So do you want me to like climb around him and like make him think that he's got something scratching up his back, or do you want me to make funny faces at him? What do you want me to do? I can do anything. I'm really good.
I don't want you to get close to him, actually, is kind of the last thing that I want.
Okay.
But,
that's good, because I did not want to climb up him. He was naked and he had nothing on his no spots, and
yeah.
I definitely didn't want to get near that. No.
Yep, we're not putting a kid near that.
Somewhere in the trail, you hear someone, no! Not there! As Dallas Rich's control just to say no, he doesn't want his daughter climbing on a naked man.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the shotgun goes, maybe shoot for those bits. If they're exposed, it's better to aim at. But
I mean, yeah, they're easy targets. They're easy targets. You want to shoot a naked man in the nuts with a shotgun? Go ahead. It's a fight for your life.
Oh my god! But yeah, I'm not sure how we're supposed to do that. But I have a feeling that that's what we're supposed to do. I threw goop at him and that helped, but I wouldn't recommend touching the goop. It has a weird smell.
Like stinky feet? My dad had stinky feet. It was really stinky.
You know, there is a faint odor of stinky feet, but it's more just like staleness in general.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, gross.
But I can get away from the stinky feet. Yeah. It's stale. Stale stinky feet. That's not good.
Yeah, gross.
I would like to not be covered in goop soon, but we have a bigger issue.
Fuck.
Yeah. I wish he would wash them. They're disgusting.
Yeah.
I think Doom turns to you like, I am trying to have a feelings moment here.
Well, then stop fooling me.
Why are you talking about stinky feet?
But if you don't want us to talk about stinky feet, don't smell like stinky feet, okay? Like, that's all I gotta say to you. Like, if you don't want us talking about how bad you smell, then take a shower before you go attack people. It's basic decency.
Yeah, excuse me. Are we making your mind go crazy yet?
He's like, I am the alpha. I am the omega. He says it is naked, and he stands there naked, yelling. And I would say Eli, for the zeitgeist, is a pretty easy target. Do you want to shoot him?
I'm sending out two shots, one per bullet.
Okay, that's going to be a fight for your life.
Can I make the argument that I have a +1 for my stunning personality?
All right, let me look.
GM secret move, stunning personality.
The description is just like the little pointy hands emoji, like, pretty please.
Wait, which one is that under?
Oh my god, you're actually looking something up.
Not this time.
I can't I can't get an argument because I'm so good at this game. Shame. It's fine. It's still a 10.
Oh my fucking god.
All right, what is your extra effect?
I don't know. What are the extra effects? I can't find them.
Inflict +1 harm, suffer less harm, 1 less harm.
That's the bitch. I'm doing +1 harm.
Full service castration here.
Oh yeah.
I think you shoot him in the balls, and you take his manhood, and he goes, woo, hoo, 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 hoo. and he falls down to his knees. And you know what? I'm gonna ask quickly.
Emotional damage.
Eli.
Yeah.
Assess reality for a second.
No, I cannot. Which one is that?
Plus wit.
Fuck. That's a 9.
Okay, you get to ask one question of this. You see him fall on his knees, and you kind of almost see his spirit trying to. I think you're watching, and you kind of see this blurring, like the spirit you saw earlier trying to get out of this wrecked body. So here's the question you get relating to this: what happened here? What's my best route? Are there any dangers I haven't noticed? What here is useful or valuable to me? Who or what is really in control?
Okay. I want to know who or what is really in control here. I don't think homie is.
See, that's the interesting thing is, you're right in a sense right now. He is not fully in control of the situation. Because I think if you see him doing this, the spirit is trying to get back to the... See it kind of like, almost seem like it's trying to yank itself out of the body towards the trailer.
Okay.
Whatever's going on here, it is trying to get back to the trailer. And I think in this moment, you realize he's less dangerous whenever he's cut off from the greater mass because he can't control it. He's dangerous right now because he's still like almost like a freaking cartoon character with all the like summoning blades and stuff. But I think you kind of pick up that he's trying to get back. He's basically trying to get to final boss. Whatever you do, you need to keep that spirit from getting into the greater mass.
I need a net.
A net?
Or like a lasso. I need to like catch him somehow. I don't know why. I'm just imagining like a giant fucking butterfly net right now.
Ooh.
No, like one of those weighted fishing nets.
Yeah.
We need one of those. Isn't this just the plot of Ghostbusters? Okay. Can I ask do I ask 2 questions or just one?
Just one. But you do get a +1 ongoing.
Okay.
Using the relevant information you just gave.
Okay.
And do you say anything to the other? I guess is another question.
Please.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of, or let's see, who's gonna shout? Hayden is gonna kind of just shout to everybody in general, just guys, keep him away from keep away. Single. There's a lot of shock in the zeitgeist right now.
Fair enough.
Coherency is not our strong suit.
Okay. We'll move to Hazel. You've been hearing all this stuff going on. You need to mess up with his body.
Do I hear that she needs a net?
Well, Eli.
Yeah. I think at some point Lucas kind of remarks out loud, kind of to Cordy, or not Cordy, kind of to Hayden, but also not to Hayden, if that makes sense. Just thinking out loud, kind of like, oh fuck, I wish we had a net. Like that would make that easier. Shit, fuck. I hope I'm teaching people new swear words in this moment.
Okay. Yep. So you did hear him needing a net.
Okay. So first, how do I get out of what form am I in again?
You're in an anthropomorphic weasel.
Weasel. Okay. Am I able to like get myself out of it, or can I draw like a fishing net with my weasel hands?
Yeah.
In the air, and then like imagine that to come to life?
Yeah, I mean, you still have enough of hands that you can pick up things.
Okay.
In fact, I would say in this moment, I want to say as keeper, you have a +1 forward for this because because of the state you're in right now, your essence is imagination. I feel like you would have a +1 forward from this because you are more imaginary than you are when you made the shotgun.
Yeah, I have a +1 forward from the last one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this sounds like an embrace chaos.
Alrighty.
Because you are tapping more into your old life as well.
Uh-huh.
And it makes sense too because it's connected.
Okay.
Because this person apparently knew you And they're familiar, but they're not too familiar
Okay.
because of what you've forgotten.
Okay. Good. I got a 7.
Okay. You get to choose one of the following effects. And then I choose one as GM. Gain a clear understanding of the power source, effects, and motives. You quell the power's effect or fan its flames. You briefly wield this power's effect. You subvert this power to achieve your ends. Take +1 forward. Or you inflict.
I really want to be greedy and do that one again. But since I am I guess I could, but I could do the briefly wield this power's effect just so that it actually makes the net for her. And then, as she grabs onto it, so I'm going to do subvert this power to achieve your ends. So when she grabs onto it, then they can, or I guess who was grabbing, Hayden was grabbing it?
Yeah.
Okay, so when Hayden grabs onto it, sorry, I was trying to keep track of all the different people.
You're good. I'm also struggling.
Yeah, I'm also stoned. So, as soon as Hayden grabs onto the net, it gets bigger, so it's their size. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Since Hazel's a weasel, it would be a little tiny drawing, and then as soon as Hayden grabs it, it gets bigger to where they can use the net on the goo person dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So Hayden gets it, and I think just does a big cowboy wind up, and just flings the net towards homie, our boy, if you will.
Okay. All right. This sounds like a fight for your life. You're directly engaging the threat with the knight, with the net.
That is sexy. That's a 9.
Ooh.
Okay. On a 9, you and your enemy inflict harm on each other as established. And I think what I'm going to do for this one is for the original Embrace Chaos, I'm adding to it, you inflict 1 harm on a nearby target in that you toss the net onto the person, and then it just kind of contracting around him, and it almost like a cartoon character. It lands on him and kind of squeezes and crushes around him, and kind of the cartoon thing where someone gets crushed up into a little ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what's happening to this guy because he's distracted. He has no balls, and he must scream.
Wait, can that be the episode title? I have no balls and I must scream.
Yeah, let's go with that one. Or he has no balls and he must scream. And
I want to keep the one for each Bullock as a promo, though.
And he is contained at the moment. And I think the trailer pillar kind of starts moving forward cautiously, and
I was going to try and lead it away if that was a possibility. I don't know if you can drive it at all, or if it's a trailer you have to hitch up.
It can be driven. Well, it still has the tentacle legs too, because it's really like a bug.
Oh, okay.
But
But they said to keep it away, so I was gonna see if we could move it away, drive it away. My second alternative was just to try and get all of the goop out of Doom, though, if that would be a better course of action, narratively.
It sounds like you want to sway this insect thing.
Yes, I forgot I could do that. I would like to sway.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. No, yeah, sway. Okay, perfect.
And what do? Do you just kind of walk up to it and put the hand on the grill, or how do you?
Well, I don't think I ever got out of it.
Oh no, and it spit you out too as a goo.
Oh, right. Yes, it spit me out. I think I'm just gonna sit in front of it, wherever it's directly between it and Doom, and yeah, I'm just gonna when you hold your hand out in front of a timid cat to see if it'll sniff it. Yeah, I'm just kind of doing that, but I'm also doing some deep breaths and calm thoughts. I'm trying to de-escalate the situation.
I think it kind of crawls up to you and then nudges its hand against your hand a little. And then let me know what you get. And then we'll go from there.
Yeah, okay. Would I possibly have any kind of benefit from the fact that I am covered in goop now?
I'll give you a +1.
And also kind of from the same source? Oh, fuck yeah. Hey, so what's your stance on burning an essence to get advantage after one has rolled?
I believe you can do that.
Oh, perfect. I would like to do that, please. Please, God, please.
Because it's supposed to be like luck.
Oh, thank fuck. Yeah, because my initial roll was a 2 and a 1. But the essenced roll, the push myself roll, was a 6 on the dice. So that's a total of that's 8 on the dice, and then sway is plus cheek, which is 0, which means that's a third 8 in a row. 4th?
Nice. Damn.
No, third.
Oh, nice.
Not in a row. I had the 6 in there.
All right.
But that is my third 8.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so on that, as your hand is against it, you can hear the voices for a moment ago. They're asking like, "How do we want out? We don't want you. We want him out. We want freedom. We want control. We want life."
I'm just gonna either out loud or in my mind or however this comes out, just kind of give some reassurance like, I'll help you. We'll help you. But not like this. It can't be like this. We will help you. But like let us help you. This will just keep trying to hurt us, but let us help you.
I think the voices seem to discuss and they go, "We need him ended. End him. Break him.
Okay.
We will listen if he is gone."
Is this the like demanding payment out front?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just kind of reply back. Okay. Consider it done. How do we do that? I don't think we can beat him the way we're fighting him now. If you'd like this to be like a gather information or something, I can roll again.
I forgot that move. Okay, yes. Okay.
Well, that's more like when you hit the streets looking for information because I'm rolling with a faction. I just wasn't sure what other move would be.
You know what? I think this could work as, you know what? Actually, no, this would be a gather information because you're speaking with your faction.
Okay.
You are goo. You are, if I remember correctly, yeah, you are entropy. Entropy is your faction.
I am entropy. All of my other factions actually have a -1 to them. And entropy has a +2. Okay, let me see. Okay, I'm gonna mute for this dice roll just because one of these is metal, so it's gonna sound ass on the recording. Oh, wait, shit, you said I had a +1 on this?
Yeah.
That is a total of 10.
All right. See, there's this thing that I've been trying. I'm going to tell you something out of character, but this is something I think you pieced together in here. This thing is a hive mind, right? From everything, like the hive. That was also me asking you a question.
Yes.
But it's a hive mind without a body. Nothing to anchor the hive mind, making it impressionable, controllable, manipulatable.
Okay.
But you get the sense that a hive mind with a stronger will, like an actual anchor other than this goo. Well, it's like a bee is annoying, and it's hard to hit a bee because it's so small. But if you drop a bomb on a bee, fuck that bee, it's dead. It's dead. Okay, this is a horrible analogy.
Yeah, but I get what you mean. So am I right in what I'm getting from this, and that we either need to stabilize this or cut it off from the hive?
You either need to somehow find a way to stabilize this hive mind and give it a true body outside of the ink, or you can crush the essence of doom if you had a better hive mind with a stabilized core.
Okay. And I guess that we can stabilize by getting it a body.
Yeah, it needs...
Essence's first thought is, well, I don't have a body and I'm stable. And then the immediate fear of, oh dear God, am I not? Could I be like that? And so I think I'm wondering, is there any way for me to find out if there's a way to stabilize it without a body? Like, is that something I can remotely find out right now?
It sounds like you want to assess reality.
Oh God, is it? Okay. Sorry, guys. I have a lot of questions. I don't. I assess reality very poorly.
Okay.
That was a 5 - 1. Does somebody else want to assess reality? I'll voice my thoughts to the group. Which I honestly, to be not metagamey, like, I would have done that anyway. The information is best when shared. So I really would have done that anyway. It's just funny to bring it up in this context.
What does Essence say to the others of what they learned, too? I guess that's another question. Let's roleplay this out a little.
Okay. Okay. Boss Calm. He is unstable. We have to stabilize him or crush his spirit.
Oh, wait, sorry. That's it stabilize the hive mind, the rest of the hive mind, so it can.
Oh, stabilize the rest of the hive mind. I thought it was stabilizing him.
It's more like he's the most powerful will in it, so he's been manipulating them because they don't have a solid body. Even absorbing Dallas has been resisting it and trying not, just because if he lets them into his body, well, part of it is because if he lets them into his body, Doom could overwhelm him.
Yeah, like he doesn't feel like he's strong enough to do that on his own.
Doom is the threat here, and as you basically get the sense, Doom is what radicalized these scared lost souls.
I see.
Because almost all the dangerous things you guys have faced were more likely instigated by him. Drop bears.
Okay.
His physical form.
So by stabilize, do you mean like stabilize the everything that's in the trailer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stabilize it somehow, or destroy. It's either stabilize it so that Doom cannot the spirits with the voices inside can resist him, either by stabilizing or even like rallying them. The problem is they can't work together enough to fight his will. As long as he is around, they are a threat because he can control them when he gets inside.
Okay. So then, slight alteration. I'll just gesture vaguely to the trailer. Either we have to stabilize them, and then gesturing with my other hand, which people can see now, to Doom, or completely destroy him. We can probably stabilize them by getting them a body? What do we want to do? We have time to talk about this now that he's in a net and this has calmed down. Which, like, good job on the net, you guys. That's fuck yeah.
Thank you. It was your idea. I just made it happen.
Well, it was one of their ideas, right?
Yeah, one of the zeitgeist.
She wasn't being specific.
Oh, you're collective.
Yeah, Hazel wasn't being specific.
Yeah. Who are you again? I like looking at the zeitgeist because it's already forgotten all of their names.
Kind of just goes down the list of who everybody is. So for the team, we have Hayden, who's the she, they, the only one that has a she in the pronoun list, right? That's how you know the difference. Long hair, big brain, right? We have Lucas, who's a he, him. Looks like he's off the cast of Yellowstone. Okay. We have T, who's a they, them. Looks like she was popular, or looks like they were popular on Tumblr, like during the Tumblr like height, right? And then we have Cordy, who looks like your average white man.
There's got to be a token white boy.
Yeah, Cordy. He's named after MatPat. Yeah.
I really thought he was named after like a cable, like a cord. And also, when you first said it at the beginning, it sounded like Cordy, like the QWERTY that we call the keyboard.
Yeah, no.
I had 2 guesses for that, and they were both wrong.
I love you.
But yeah, if someone wants to assess reality and try to figure out how to break this, I think we can end it with a cliffhanger with that.
Oh no. I don't like when you say the word cliffhanger. It's always scary.
All right, so which of you has good wits?
Not me.
Oh god, do none of us have good wits?
I have +1 wit.
You're on it, buddy. I have a -1.
I also have a -1.
Okay, so I have a +1. What am I rolling for?
Rolling assess reality.
Assess reality. 10.
All right, you have to ask 2 questions. Let me grab the list again quickly. What happened here? What's my best route? Are there any dangers I haven't noticed? What here is useful or valuable to me? What here is not what it appears to be, and who or what is really in control?
What's my best route, I guess, to defeat this thing? If that's something I can do?
Okay. All right. Well, I think you're looking at this and you're thinking about this, and you realize something that would be very useful here in dealing with this doom. I think with this, what your best route here is you kind of realize something looking around. You know this fella. You actually start to remember who this fella is. This person you've been finding this whole time is your old boss in the other world.
Oh.
And your best route going forward is you start to remember a formula that was this asshole's favorite way of permanently killing people like you. And you're going to need to get a mixture of turpentine, acetone, and benzene. Or in other words, paint thinner the fuck out of this guy. And that's the part where we get sued by Disney. And for the story we are telling here at Welcome to Pratchetville, the main story is coming to an end as the 2 groups, Tyrell, Nick, and Robo-Nick, arrived on the scene as Redacted, the group of YouTubers, and the stepdaughter of Dallas Richards arrived. Through a combination of Robo-Nick's technology, the knowledge the others had obtained of the weakness of Doom being turpentine, he was easily dispatched. And there was days to come of discussion with the mass that had been the Eldritch Ink that had caused all this, acting upon the town under the directions of Doom. I hope one day we can continue that story, as there are things to be discussed, whether Dallas is able to be freed from the ink or if he has become a permanent part of this. But we do have at least one epilogue in this story, or not even really an epilogue, more of a prologue to the next story to be told on this network. Days later, the camera zooms in on the... Christ, your character's name is Corey, right? If I remember correctly?
Yes.
As days later, the camera zooms in on the store of Corey as he finally gets to have his fated meeting with the Paradox Tyrell and discuss exactly what is going on and why he just doesn't seem to die, or maybe he always dies, but he never stays dead. The camera kind of zooms in, and I think, let me throw this out there. I think right now, at the moment, on the desk is the one clue Tyrell has been having this whole time. If I remember correctly, it is a newspaper clipping, correct, Tyrell?
Yes.
It is resting on the desk between the two of you, as it's the main reason why Tyrell was sent to the city, that Corey may have some idea of what's going on with it. Corey, how do you examine this object? Do you have special tools, or do you have arcane tools? Is it more technical?
I take a look at the newspaper clipping in question, and then I'll start by digging through newspaper archives on the computer, and then I go from there.
Okay. Yeah, I think Frank, then what would Corey find if he were to research this paper, see if this clipping is, what would they find if they look this up? Is this actually something that would come up in archives, or is it something where you have it and it just suddenly doesn't exist now because you're jumping timelines?
It would be an article from the first timeline, I guess, before all this started happening to him back during the woods. Right now, it's, as far as he knows, the only example of this article existing, though he, for the life of him, can't remember the paper it came from, and that's kind of what he's looking for, is trying to figure out where the source of this newspaper came from, because he originally thought it was Pratchetville.
You know what? I think, since you've been jumping timelines...
And throwing this out there, Tyrell did already check the nearby library countless times, so he's kind of hoping Craig might have a kind of a more arcane way of pinpointing where he might need to go next.
Okay. Corey, you do find something interesting. You don't find this, and because Tyrell has been jumping timelines, you don't find an article of a Tyrell catcher in this timeline's death. But you do find a strange article mentioning their disappearance. And the time matches around when Tyrell got this newspaper. Well, when this newspaper said he was supposed to have died.
I twist a computer or monitor or point it at him to show it. So there's this, apparently.
I feel like this is because I think Corey also has more resources in the arcane. This is something that's come up in arcane circles. This is also why Tyrell himself, he didn't find this, because this is on the
mundane.
Yeah, this isn't on the mundane net. This is you have to know people to get in this. This is the magic net. The scarf. No, actually, I want to call it the scarf net because it's powered through arcane. I want to throw it out there. It's powered by arcane. It kind of uses the ley lines to make, instead of a net, it makes a scarf. If someone were to put out these ley lines and everything and the magic of this world, it looks more like a scarf. That's a nod to a very obscure webcomic, but I think it fits because I like that idea of magic being a weave.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, there's a mention of a Tyrell going into Old Detroit and then disappearing through unknown circumstances. It just happened. Like he literally just unraveled into nothing. Like if a human was a rope and someone, and not to be too graphic, the description mentions it's almost like a rope unraveling. There wasn't blood or anything, but it was almost like as if
the very fabric of Tyrell's being has been unraveled, like a kitten with a ball of yarn.
Yeah, exactly.
So, any clue how this happened? As I turn the computer monitor towards him and show him the article.
Well, this is the first time I've heard mention of Old Chicago. I've never had a reason to go there, really.
Remind me, what exactly were you doing before your life became a mess?
Oh, well, I believe a friend of mine ended up disappearing in the woods a couple days before I went out there, and I went to go investigate. I was hoping to graduate as a photojournalist and all, and I don't really remember what happened. I just remembered woods and blacking out, and then waking up in my bed. And then...
Your bed, was it in the apartment you've always known you have, or was it somewhere new?
It was the same bed that I've always woken up on.
Well, I meant the location. Was it in the... Did you recognize the apartment, the house?
Tyrell kind of pauses at that. I don't know. It's been so long.
At the risk of going somewhere really awkward, were you still wearing the same clothes you were wearing when you went and looking for your missing person?
I believe so. I haven't changed a bit here.
Well, that was actually going to be my next question. Did you have all your other belongings with you in the place you woke up in?
Just the newspaper that I brought with me to pass the time, and all of my photography gear and my journalism gear was missing. All of it had been stored in a backpack, and yeah, that didn't come back with me.
Well, I was actually referring to things you kept at home, like furniture, clothing, etc., but okay.
Oh, yes. Yeah, those were still there.
Okay, so...
I think something about this does stick out to you, Corey, or something that you have, you've heard through your work through the library.
That being?
Something about this reminds you of, in the world of fictional heroism, there's not as many things as alternate timelines, at least at first guess, but you have encountered things taken out of time and become fixed points, items that no matter how much they get destroyed, they're there the next day. In fact, I believe, I want to say one of the things that you examined this from was you were called in when Wiley, the cartoon cat, first joined the library to examine the properties of his van. And something about this kind of sticks because your research has showed that he's made out of Eldritch Ink, and that was part of what caused this. But there's, besides the adventure you just were in, the major source of Eldritch Ink is Old Detroit. But the thing about it is something about this is it reminds you of Wiley, but it doesn't seem to fit because Tyrell, other than when he became part of the cat bus, he still normally looks like just a normal human man.
Okay, Corey, as the computer monitor back towards himself, and then he's going to search for the woods that Tyrell supposedly disappeared in, but instead of looking for him, he's going to see if anyone found a backpack or camera equipment.
You know what? I'm going to say that is something that was dropped, because that was something dropped at the location the other Tyrell disappeared, because he was a researcher of the paranormal, and that was part of why he was going to Old Detroit, because that's funny you bring that up, that he did disappear in the woods around Old Detroit and left behind his gear.
At the risk of getting who knows where by gear, are you talking about his backpack, or did he leave everything behind?
The backpack.
Okay. Well, I found your backpack, so I imagine you're going to have a bully of a time getting it away from the police or what have you.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Where were they taken, Sean?
Oh, that's easy.
It was taken from, I got to look up something in another channel. And this also will, Tyrell, this will give us one more thing for you guys to investigate when we continue. It was found in the Rainbow Gardens in Old Detroit, just short of the Fay Yield.
Corey, once he finds that information, he stares and stares some more. And then his hand goes to his face and he rubs again and being careful with his glasses. Oh, geez.
What's wrong?
The backpack was found near the Rainbow Gardens in Old Detroit, near the territory of the Fae.
The Fae? Why does that sound familiar?
Fairies overall in Titania them, and dealing with them can be difficult. Last time I dealt with them and getting a curio back, it was a whole mess. Mind you, I managed it, but, well, I really have to ask myself if that balloon was really worth getting.
They all float down here.
What's also interesting, you've both encountered a Fae recently.
So, we did run into another Fae recently. Sean, do the Fae normally stray this far out, or do they stay close to the Rainbow Garden?
The most recorded Fae tend to stay out there. There actually has been one. So you know about one case of Fae that had been here in Pratchetville, and it may have been what led people to point Tyrell here, because you were here during the events of Fae Revolution, or Dance Dance Fae Revolution, when a Fae had turned the town into an 80s style dance off, and what little records you had of it said that your own experience with it was that they were literally trying to make quote unquote a meal of a human that they, long story short, what you know from it was that they were forcing people to dance fight to gather energy, but then that they had been killed, and not in a no way there isn't. The records literally say that a giant eldritch plant creature swallowed him whole. But that's not the fate that you've encountered recently, because when you, Nick, and Robo Nick and Tyrell were stuck in the bus, normal Nick revealed himself to be a Fae. And which is kind of strange because you know that he and another were found by Dallas in the woods and raised from child, almost like they were changelings. But yeah, from what you know, they usually don't stray, and the few that do stray, the only ones that you had that weren't a menace was Nick, because most of them tend to be
troublemakers.
Yeah, in fact, there's, you know what? I know we said not roll any dice. Roll me if you can roll me 2d6 quickly, just a flat roll. You might have more information on it, just because this is a guarded information. You might find out.
1 second. That's a 9 on the dice. I don't know what stats to add.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's perfect. You haven't gotten the full details, but I want to say in previous research of the Fae, a recent entry mentioned something chilling. One of the biggest threats the library is trying to deal with, the lore worm, has been classified as the source of the Fae, but you don't know much more than that. I would say, as a reliable source of knowledge for the library and magic, you are aware of things such as the lore worm stealing Raj's divinity and some of the other things it's done.
Right. The hotly classified information I will keep to myself, but I will give Tyrell the general gist of what's going on. So there's that to deal with. My suggestion, first off, you are registered with the library, yes?
I believe so, now that we had time to.
Yeah, you have been registered to the library because they would have actually given you a card of your help for dealing with the Eldritch Ink incident.
Okay, first things... All right, now with that known, this is going to sound horrific, but go to the library and get a full checkup by them, as it were, both mundane and magically. You do have all your memories from before you vanished, right? Like your entire life you lived?
Yes, I do. It took him a moment to kind of sift through.
Okay, there's that. Now for a quick uncomfortable test, and he just reaches into a drawer and pulls out a. Well, this is going to sound alarming, but he pulls out a knife and he says, "Hold out your hand, please. No, I'm not going to cut you. I'm just going to touch this, but I'm going to touch you with this."
Tyrell does not hesitate in putting his hand out.
The knife is cold iron, Sean. Does Tyrell react?
Tyrell doesn't react to it.
Okay, you're not a changeling, so there's that, I guess.
I was just going to add that there's a certain warmth that does.
Okay, so we know the Fae is involved. You are not a Fae, though, so there's that. So,
I will say one thing does react to the knife touching Tyrell. And this is something, Corey, you've never seen before.
Okay.
Or rather, you haven't seen this happen with Fae magic. Because I think when the cold iron touches that, the newspaper clipping flickers and glitches out for a second before reforming.
Okay, you aren't Fae, but this clearly is. So, my suggestion. Okay, again, first off, library, mundane and magical checkup, evaluation, or whatever you want to call it. Then your best guess is probably heading for Old Detroit and the Rainbow Gardens to try and figure out what's going on, because apparently the Fair are at work here, and I have no idea who you would need to contact about that in Old Detroit. Last I checked, my contact for the Fae, I think I heard something about him tripping into a black hole and vanishing, so I don't have any contacts for you out there yet. I'm sorry.
Well, that's...
I will say, though, there's something there's something that clicks in your head as you say this, Corey. And this is actually, I think this may be terrifying or maybe not terrifying. You have seen this kind of glitching of magic before, but it wasn't with Fey magic, but it's a very digital-looking glitch. And you've only seen this effect with Magitech.
Corey will not mention that. He sees no reason to. So that's all I can offer you. I'm sorry.
Well, that's more than I had before. Apparently I was looking in the wrong place this whole time. But, I'll...
What exactly made you come here again?
Well, the mentions of the Eldritch Ink, I believe. For some reason, I vaguely recall something about it embedding presence? Like in a storybook?
Yeah. Basically, Tyrell was sent here because Eli, the psychopump that works for the library, had encountered them and recognized something about their ability to recover. Seemed to be remind them of something that they had because of the Eldritch Ink here. Basically, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I can offer you. I'm sorry.
Like I said, that's more than I had to go on a moment ago, so it's not like I'm worried about time or anything.
True enough, though. Still, be careful. There are worse fates than death in this world. I would think you would know that by this point.
Oh, very much so. Well, time to go get checked out, I guess.
I give him back his newspaper clipping. Oh, wait. I call out to him before he makes his way out. And then I will quickly scribble down on a piece of notepad all the relevant, here's where the thing was found and blah. So I give him the reference information he'll need once he reaches Rainbow Garden.
Appreciate that. I'll make sure to beeline there as soon as I can.
Be very, very careful, and maybe check in with the library once you reach Old Detroit before heading into the belly of the beast.
I will certainly do that. All right.
Have a nice day.
Thanks again for all of your help. And Tyrell will bow to you.
Corey nods.
And then the camera starts to zoom out and take over the appearance of Pratchetville before suddenly zooming across the sky, passing by trees, roads, and other places as it zooms in on the scene of Detroit, both old and new. And across the screen, letters will suddenly appear to the camera. Tyrell Catcher will return in what dwells below Old Detroit. And then we call this miniseries to an end.